Hey everybody, Jesse Storm, Brokers Realty. Hey, just want to touch base here. I'm doing a follow up to the showami. I'm going to share my screen. I want to go through some questions, and I want all of the brokers, agents in Pennsylvania or any other state to weigh in because we're trying to figure out if it's legal, if it's not legal, what the ramifications are in different states. Um, I was talking to my broker. I did the original video yesterday about Showami or Show AMI, which is a platform, an AI platform for agents to hire other agents to show houses if they're busy. Um, and then my broker, who's a great guy, really great guy. We've had a couple of discussions today about it. Um, and I'm just trying to follow up and see what other thought processes are out there in regards to Showami, um, and anything that you guys can help with would be great because I'd like to have a more informed, not necessarily more informed, because my broker is great. I mean, he is very informative. You can talk, you can bounce ideas, you can spitball, you can look at things. And he reached out to PAR's counsel, um, which is great. They gave him a response, and there's just so many things with Shawami that's going on there, and just opened up a whole nother realm of questions in my mind. So I'd like for anybody else to weigh in. So I'm going to go ahead and share the page for Shawami. We're going to go over some things, and for all of you that can, kind of come back in with comments on it would be fantastic. I know they have a scheduled meeting in January here, you know, and I'm going to jump on that meeting just to learn more too, because education is the big thing. I mean, if you try and move through the real estate business uneducated and just presuming everything, you're going to get in trouble. Um, so that's why I try and learn as much as I possibly can because it's my business. I want to know right, wrong, or indifferent. I want to know the options. I want to know what to expect if something goes wrong or how to prevent something from going wrong. So preventing from something from going wrong is just kind of hanging up your real estate license and saying, "Hey, I'm done." That's the only true way to prevent something from going wrong. Or actually, really, the only way to prevent something from going wrong is not getting your real estate license in the first place. However, most of us who are involved in this already have our real estate license, and even if we hung our real estate license up, it doesn't prevent us from doing something in the future because we've already become a licensed real estate agent in our state. It doesn't neglect us from the responsibilities and ethical issues that come along with once having a real estate license. So with no further ado, let's take a look at some of these things with Shawami and get other people to weigh in on what your thoughts are. Attorneys, most definitely. I mean, if we can get attorneys to weigh in on this, this would be phenomenal. I appreciate it, and here we go. Share. My screen that I want to share is not showing. So this, see if that makes it easier to find. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and share. So now we're sharing the screen for Shawami. So if you Googled Shawami and came into it, this is not the page you're going to come up to. This is the page you're going to come up to. So if we're just looking at the front page, it's on-demand showing agents. I really thought in my mind this was a great way for agents to have a side hustle. But then, as John and I were talking, there's some issues with that because who's getting paid? Because an agent can't accept commission or payment from anyone other than their broker in the state of Pennsylvania. Um, and my quick response to that would be, well, then I would assume they would have to set the account up so payment goes to the broker. They'd have to give an invoice to their broker to get paid from their broker for what's going for what the showings they were doing. It seems like a great platform. Showami equals trust, 90% accuracy rate, 95% positive reviews, 2.7 minute response. This, in my opinion, this is great right here. If agents are picking up the showings in, under 3 minutes, you can literally still be on the phone talking to your client and tell them what agent is going to show the property to them and those types of things. They've got some little videos and things like that, and it goes down over what they're seeing. None of which, this is Texas, Arizona, Florida. I don't know the laws in those states, so I can't say whether right, wrong, or indifferent. I know the laws in Pennsylvania for the most part. I'm not an attorney, so I'm still learning like everybody else is, and that's why we have attorneys that we reach out to. But as everyone knows, attorneys aren't always 100% accurate. If that were the case, NAR wouldn't be where they are, PAR wouldn't be where they are, real estate offices wouldn't be where they are. So, but down here now, it's saying it's used by agents at Your Castle, the Keys Company, Realty One, Keller Williams, Realty Partners, Remax Professionals. So in my mind, are all of these big names not doing this right? Or are they in states that allow it without any consequence? How are they using it? Because there are multiple ways to use Showami, and I'm going to show you that here shortly. Ask about broker solutions. Here's people again talking about the services, all the different things they have here. Excuse me. So what we're going to do is go over to solutions. Let's go to brokerage owner solutions. So on the brokerage owner solution side, you have two different options. You have a free solution and a paid solution. And let's go down over those features. So here are the features on it. For the free account, which would be this one right here in the center, ability to open, close the brokerage. So you have full control over starting and stopping the brokerage in the system. View agent showing activity. It would be like showing time. Ability to add and remove agents, so they can put their agents in, take their agents out under their brokerage. Search client names from dashboard. So people that are being shown through Showami for the brokerage, they have the ability to search those names. So you get all of that with the platinum side too, which is the paid side. Paid side, you can brand the landing page for the brokerage. You can centralize payment and payout options, which I would assume means that the payments are coming into the brokerage and not to the agents. So if the brokerage is paying for the platform, it's a dollar, they get $1 per show and gets credited back to the brokerage client. Brokerage credits are sent for each 100 successful showings. So they're not going to pay them $1 each and every time. They are going to pay out $100 at a shot, when at the end of every month or however they're doing that to that brokerage. Brokerage is allowed to have multiple admins, TC admin scheduling, so a transaction coordinator admin scheduling, custom built reporting you get with that. So I mean, it gives brokerages some control and potentially, and again, I don't know, but centralized payment payout options. So I don't know if this means that, the brokerage money's all going to come into the brokerage and then they can pay out to their agents through the system, or how it works. Don't know. I'm waiting for the training session that's coming up on this so I can learn more. But what are your thoughts on this? What are you saying from the brokerage side of things? Because again, what I showed first was just an agent signing up on their own and doing that. And that in Pennsylvania, I agree with John. If an agent is putting in their bank account information, they're getting paid directly, that violates real estate law in Pennsylvania. So you need to have your broker sign up, or you need to put your broker's uh, commission account in as the account that's getting paid, and then invoice your broker for the broker to then pay you, or the broker signs up. Not crazy numbers on this. So if you've got 10 to 100 agents for the broker, it's $125 setup fee and $50 a month. So if you've got 100 agents or even 75 agents that are using the platform, and the broker is getting $1 back each time, realistically, the broker should, if it's being used, would potentially make their $50 monthly back, and over time get their whole setup cost back. One second, I got somebody texting me here. Okay. If you're a bigger brokerage, $100 a month, but if you've got, let's say, 200 agents in it doing what you using the system 3 times a month, your brokerage is potentially making a profit on this. I mean, all of these gives a potential for the brokerage to make a little ancillary cash on it. But the question is it legal? Where does it fall for the E&O side? The buyer's agent for the brokerage who may be using this to show a property because they're busy, and this is some of the things that John and I were talking about, was where does this fall for the broker's E&O insurance? And then the showing agent that's being paid, how does that affect with their E&O insurance? And again, I know the common thing is going to be real estate law hasn't kept up with AI and the futures of things. I know that, Marky, great gal who is going to be doing the training on this here next month, she joked at AC that currently there is no legislation in any state that allows robots to show and sell houses, because they have to be a licensed real estate agent to do so. Therefore, she's not worried about losing her job anytime in the future to a robot. But at the same token, whose E&O coverage is covering these agents to do it, and what is the ramifications of the E&O on that. Here you can create the brokerage account. Here you can create the platinum brokerage solution if you chose to go with the paid version. Um, I don't, I'm almost tempted to pay to see the rest and see how it sets up, but they've got a training class coming up soon that I want to be involved in and see. Maybe I don't have to pay to figure this out. Maybe some of you folks out there are already using Showami and can weigh in on this. Let us know a little bit more. But from that standpoint, the other solutions that they have is to become a showing agent. And this doesn't require your broker to sign you up. But as we were saying, you can sign up directly. But at the same token, is there an E&O issue? Are you looking at the ramifications of, you could be sued and your broker could be sued or fined by the state or found unethical? Because there were some of the things that we were looking at from Pennsylvania state law, one of which was, the buyer agent has a duty to point out any obvious defects to the home. But if the agent isn't there, they can't do that. And are they skirting their job then? And the agent that you're paying to show the property, are they liable to show any of the defects, report back defects? In my opinion, I don't. I see them more in line with a home inspector that you're paying to go provide a service, but they're a licensed real estate agent, so they have to follow real estate law. Um, what are your opinions? Or do we have any attorneys out there that can weigh in on this, and really start a discussion? I'd be more than happy to do another Zoom call and live training and bring on attorneys, even state representatives, on this topic, and other agents or brokerages or brokers who want to discuss this, and really lay this out on the table a little bit more. Showing agent coverage. This kind of shows where there are agents that are signed up for this. I mean, so this is all across the state, all across the country. I mean, I'm certain in my mind that if you've got, unless you've got a license in a state, there's no way to facilitate you having someone show a property for a state that you're not licensed in. So like here in Pennsylvania, we're zooming in. So let's just go down to Shamokin, Cole Township area. You know, here we got Harrisburg, so we got a lot of agents in the Harrisburg market. But if we come up through, here's Grantville, there's nobody in this area, but a lot of these agents may run for that because I probably have to pay them a little bit more. Greenpoint, you know, so we get out into rural areas, there's not as many people signed up for this. So here you got Pottsville, St. Clair, Minersville. So you got an agent here signed up that's down in the Minersville market. So this would be Schuylkill County. There's no showing agents really scheduled up, you know, that are signed up to do showings in the Mount Carmel, Shamokin, Northumberland County market. Up in Bloomsburg, you got one agent, but the Northumberland County market is pretty vacant there. But you know, let's look here. You get into these bigger areas, Norristown, Philadelphia. It's like every agent is signed up for this. But now, is this like a Fox and Roach that signed up and put all their agents into the system? It's a referral fee in my mind. You know, it's no, in my mind, it's no different than a referral fee. As long as it goes to the broker, I don't see where the, I do see, I do see that there could be complications with E&O. Um, it's just, is it legal? Is it not legal? Is it viable? I mean, from the looks of this map, gotta be some brokerages that have signed up their agents. Um, it's a lot of agents that are on a very new system. You know, East Coast, by golly, is just jam packed with them. Midwest has got stuff going on. You know, this is a heavy map. Florida, I mean, it's like every brokerage is signed up in Florida. And you got thousands of agents. Even look over here. Was that Louisiana there? So, I mean, I don't know the laws in all of these states. And I know laws in Pennsylvania, but I'm just still uncertain on whether we can do this. I mean, but this would be an ethical nightmare, I think, if it is illegal. Um, wow, I just don't know. I need people to weigh in. We want to learn. So let's put an address in. So let's say we were looking to show 123 West Mulberry, or that's 123 South Market Street, Shamokin, PA. We know that there's really nobody there in that coverage area. So your closest is Bloom and Pottsville. This market here is completely vacant. We have 34 agents in 123 South Market Street, PA, USA. There's no saying they got 34 agents, but there's no dots here. So I don't know. I don't know. What about York City, 127 East Jackson Street, York, PA. 136 agents in York. But I mean, here you got a lot of dots in York County. So, God, I just don't know. And I'm looking for help. I'm looking for guidance. Um, is our company willing to set up the brokerage account and play with it? I don't know. John and I have not had that discussion. Um, I kind of feel that I'd be willing to waste the money to set it up and see if it's something that we could do. However, we still have to broach, before we do that, the E&O direction. Is it is it covered? Is it not covered? Um, what are the fiduciary duties? I, golly, I'm every time I ask one question, it prompts 10 more in my mind. And I've spent a lot of time trying to Google and look up questions, look up answers. And every time I find an answer to one thing, it opens up questions for 10 more things. Who makes, but I mean, your broker's got to make a defining decision of whether they're going to allow it or not allow it. I just, I mean, and they're billing this as a referral network. Well, is there anyone out there currently using this? Is there anyone out there using this that can weigh in on on this? Are there any real estate attorneys out here that want to weigh in on this? Any help, any guidance would be great. You know, everything prompts more questions. So your help and your guidance would be great. Thank you.